Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Aries. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance from my Aries, please. All right, so we see the Five of Swords. Your person is also showing up as the High Priestess. All right, Cancer, Pisces energy. They're viewing you as the Ten of Wands. And the connection, we see the Three of Wands. Okay, some of you, there could be distance here between the two of you, or they could just be coming in from a distance. And we see the Nine of Pentacles. So I do feel like this person is single. I feel like this person has worked really hard for what they have and they're looking to share it with you, Aries. I feel like this person could be a secret admirer. We see that with the High Priestess energy. I also feel this person is quite spiritual. They're loving, they're creative, they're intuitive. But this is somebody who may have been holding back, making sure that things were right or that, you really feel like the one. The Five of Swords here tells me this person is going to be unapologetic about pursuing you, Aries, which I do think my Aries will like. All right, this is somebody when they know what they want, they really go for it. All right, that's Venus and Aquarius energy. What else do we need to know about this person for my Aries, please? Knight of Swords. So this person might have some strong air in their chart, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Again, this is somebody who's honest, somebody who's direct. I think my Aries are going to love that. And I also feel like, again, they really go after what they want. They're not afraid to take a risk if it's something that they feel is worth it. And we see the Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, Aquarius energy coming through, Moon and Aquarius energy. This is somebody who's open, somebody who's honest. And again, it feels really, really, really a lot like you've got a secret admirer here. How my Aries are going to be feeling? You might be feeling a little bit on the fence about this or this person. Are we compatible? Is this right? Is the timing right? Some of my Aries, you may feel like you have to make a choice between this person and someone or something else. They could also meet you at a point in time when you're just kind of handling a lot, keeping your head above water. Sometimes the Two of Pentacles for me is like when you have a job and you have a side hustle. And that makes a lot of sense because they're viewing you as the Ten of Wands. So they're seeing you as being a little bit overwhelmed, having a lot of responsibilities. Again, keeping your head above water or just having to juggle a lot. So again, some of my Aries, that might also be why you're a little bit on the fence. Like, is the timing right? Do I have time for a relationship? I just kind of feels like you're all business or you're just going through a little bit of a heavy or an overwhelming period when you meet this person. But do remember, Aries, that Spirit has a funny way of sending us our soulmates just in the nick of time, right? Or just when we need them. So let's see. What else do we need to know about this person? What else do my Aries need to know about this person? So they're creative. All right. They potentially enjoy art, working with their hands, music, and they enjoy putting ideas to work for them. This person is independent. I do see that with the Nine of Pentacles. Like, I do feel this person is single. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're, not dating, but this is somebody who has a strong sense of self and self-reliance. They could be an entrepreneur, have their own business, work from home, but it's important to strike a balance between individualism and connectedness. All right. And we see they do have strong fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sag. All right, and potentially Leo energy. So it doesn't mean that they're necessarily a Leo sun, although it certainly could be the case. But they're ruled by fire, they're positive, they're passionate, they're playful, they like attention. Strength and resilience is their hallmark. Yeah, and I feel like my Aries, to a degree, you really do need that. You really do need that. Now with the High Priestess, I feel like this person could be intuitive, empathic. Some of you, they might even have a spiritual career or they're just a spiritual person. I'm seeing someone who may, meditate or do yoga here. Not for all of you. But they're very creative. They're very intuitive. And with the High Priestess, Cancer, Pisces energy, most of all, though, I feel they're a secret admirer here. And we get confirmation of that with the Seven of Swords showing up in reverse, that this secret admirer is ready to express their feelings. All right, we get throwback hippie. So these are really specific messages, Aries, that are not going to resonate with all of you, but they will be confirmation for some of you. So maybe this person dresses in sort of a throwback hippie style. Maybe they love music from that era, cars from that era. Or maybe they decorate their home with a little bit of that retro vibe, okay? Maybe they even have like a vinyl record collection or something. All right, we see for some of you, they may have gray hair. It doesn't mean that they're fully gray, but they might have some grays coming through. And again, really specific messages here that are not going to resonate with all of you, but they will be confirmation for some of you. And if they don't resonate, that's okay. It doesn't mean it's not your reading. I always urge you to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right. And we see they speak to you through music. Yeah. So this person could be a musician themselves. They might make you playlists, send you songs, dedicate or write songs to you. And a lot of my Aries, you may be getting messages from your angels and your guides through music about this person or when this person is coming into your life. Some of my Aries, this person may be shorter than average. Now that can be average, shorter than the average person in your area, in your world. But it can also mean that they're a little bit shorter than whom you normally date. All right, let's see what else my Aries need to know. What else do my Aries... Okay, so we get two coming through. So we see that this person may have a career that somehow involves government or government contracts. So the subsets here, we have healthcare, we have counselor, therapist, journalism, real estate, a management role, or human resources, okay? Just some examples. But we do also see that this person gives off CEO vibes. And I was really getting that. And it could be that this person has two careers right now. Or they have their day job and then they're working towards making their side hustle their full-time job. So we see entrepreneur, they're financially stable, they're successful. I definitely get that vibe from this person. Okay, and we see that they're bold. Again, my Aries, I think you're going to love this about them. They're confident, making the first move, asking for your number, and they're in chill mode. So they may be dating. So they may be dating, but it doesn't feel like they've met anyone that they really want to build a life with, or that is really inspiring for them. At least not as inspiring as you are. So this person is dating, weighing their options, and taking their time. All right. But I just feel like with you, they're going to be really unapologetic about wanting to fight for this, wanting to, move this forward. But I'm not getting like rushing or pressuring you in any way, because they have taken their time to check you out, and with that secret admirer vibe, they're not super impulsive. All right, let's see what else my Aries need to know about this person or this connection. All right, this person may be known to be sarcastic, so they have a dry sense of humor, which for me usually indicates someone who's got who's pretty intelligent. I don't think they're going to be snarky or obnoxious about it. All right, they have been extremely hurt by a loved one in the past. All right. So this could be a betrayal. Now this could be in love, or it could be by a family member or something like that. For some of you, this person may have had a really tough childhood. And oftentimes when we see people who are very independent or hyper independent, it may be because, they weren't supported a lot when they were younger. All right. Your paths will cross when a holiday is in season. So maybe some of you have already met this person, or you met them during holiday season. For others of you, this is just some type of celebration that might bring you two together. So going out to celebrate a raise or a promotion, at a friend's party, at a wedding, something along those lines, a birthday. And we see for some of my Aries, this person has blue eyes. But just remember, these really specific messages are going to be confirmation for some of you. They're not going to resonate with each and every one of you. And at the bottom of the deck here, we see that this person has lost a loved one within the last year. Okay, so they may be in an energy of mourning. Now, Aries, they're viewing you as the 10 of Wands. Now, this 10 of Wands is interesting because normally we see this person overburdened by all the wands that they've picked up, their responsibilities. And I do think they meet you at a time where you're either in a transition or you're handling a lot or you're trying to keep your head above water. But it's kind of interesting because I think maybe some of you meet this person just as you've decided to choose you, delegate more, maybe quit that second job that, was taken away from you, spending time with friends and family, something like that, right? But I do feel like they see you as somebody who's very passionate, somebody who's very hardworking, and they know that you've got a lot on your plate here, okay? How else are they viewing my Aries? King of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So this person might be a little bit worried that you're not ready to invest in something long-term. They might know that you're healing from something physical, accident, illness, or injury, or you're in the process of trying to heal your finances. Again, that would be why you have, a side hustle and a day job. All right, so they might be a little bit worried that you're not as interested in investing here at this time. But look at that, we get the 10 of Wands coming out again, so pay attention to that 10-10 sequence. Some of my Aries too, I'm getting like, if you've been working really hard, like let's say you've been going to school and working, or you've been working 2 jobs, or you've been working a lot of overtime. Some of you, maybe you've been building your own business in the background and you're ready to quit your day job. You may meet this person as you're releasing those responsibilities. So as life starts to get a little bit lighter, or right before life gets a little bit lighter, they're very passionate about you. And I feel like, again, this person might be holding back a little bit to see if you really do have that time or space in your schedule for them. All right. And how you're going to be feeling 9 of Swords. But I do feel there's something here that stresses my Aries out a little bit. And it feels like it has to do with the timing of this connection. Although I do think, like I said, they're emotionally intelligent. This person doesn't want to overwhelm you. But it's like there's something about whatever's going on in your life. Now, I don't know if you're just feeling overwhelmed by what's going on in the world in general right now, and I certainly wouldn't blame you. But I feel like there's something going on in your life, like you feel like, I don't know if you have more debt than usual, you've had some crazy medical bills or unexpected bills pop up, or responsibilities, or you're just starting to feel really weighed down by just the weight of it all when you meet this person. But I can't stress enough, Aries, that oftentimes, the right person is sent to us at the right time, even if it doesn't feel ideal. Some of you will be a little bit stressed though here about this meeting or about this connection because you're overwhelmed, right? I don't think this person is going to be necessarily overwhelming for you. But, oh gosh, how do I fit in time to, go on dates with this person? Or how do I make time in my life for this is more what I'm feeling. What they really admire about you, the Servant card is coming through. So that you delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. They may see you at times, though, Aries, as overextending. And the 10 of Wands certainly is that energy of overextension. So some of my Aries, you're having a realization, like, I don't want to overextend anymore. I'm the one that's always doing everything for everybody. Now I need to take some time for myself. So they do see you as somebody who's very loving, very giving, and maybe sometimes overextending yourselves. All right. And we see Alchemist. So transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. So they see you as the magician. They see you as really somebody, you may have made some major changes in your life. A lot of you've picked up that second job, or you're working really hard to have your own business because you want to see sustainable change in your life. But they also see you as somebody who's also, can make magic happen here, Aries. So you're also very capable, and also you're in a very healed energy, especially when it comes to emotions, it comes to relationships, and addict energy. See, there's something here about about what's going on in your life, Aries, when you meet this person, because they see you as recognizing and confronting addictive behavior. Some of my Aries, you're in this workaholic era, and you're starting to realize this is ruining my health. I want to do better, I want to be better, I want to change my circumstances, but I also need to be healthy to be able to enjoy those changes. Some of you, with the 10 of Wands, you might be kicking bad habits, addictions, things like that when this person comes into your life. All right. So, but they do see you as working towards like a healthier, more grounded version of yourself. And they really do admire that. They admire that you still have this free and loving heart as you also recognize and confront bad behaviors or overgiving and things like that. So for some of my Aries, this connection is 3 of Wands. There could be a little bit of distance here, but I do kind of feel like there's this energy of like, this is what I've been waiting for. It feels like this person has been waiting for someone just like you. Again, even though they're dating and they're in this chill mode or weighing their options, I feel like they've been waiting for someone just like you. They've been waiting for their person. They've been waiting for that person that, where it's easy to fall in love. It's easy to be with. And I just think they feel that way about you. Anything else my Aries need to know here about this person or this connection? Yeah, this person is discerning about their energy and time. Loyalty is expressed through care. And it kind of feels like that's exactly what my Aries need at this point. All right. This connection gently reopens emotional openness, and it expands your capacity for trust. Yeah, I like that. Gently reopens emotional openness, because it does feel like my Aries, you've been under a lot. You've been overwhelmed. So it's not, and I think this person knows that they need to be gentle with you at this time. Even though I do think they're going to be unapologetic about pursuing you, but they also know that they can't just come, barreling in, like a bull in a china shop here. All right. And this meeting occurs through movement, travel, or a change of environment. New perspectives create alignment. And I am getting, this is not for all of my Aries, but those of you who are on a sobriety journey, for example, I feel like as you're stepping into this new version of yourself, you meet this person. And that's why it might feel a little bit weird. You might feel a little bit weird. You might feel a little bit different. Like, I'm not the same person I was 2 months ago. And so there is this sense of newness. Now, for others of you, the 3 of Wands certainly does indicate that this connection may be one that you meet this person when you're away from home, or they are, okay? Or you're in some sort of new environment. And at the bottom of the deck, we see this person values stability and realistic expectations. They bring balance to emotional intensity. And it feels like that's exactly what the doctor ordered here. Okay, exactly what my Aries are needing at this point in time. All right, let's go ahead and see if there's anything else we need to know. Anything else we need to know about this person or this connection? Anything else we need to know here, please? All right, burning desire. So flames of passion ignite. So it is going to be a sexy, passionate connection. Perfect match. Boom, there it is. You complete each other in the most harmonious ways, my lovely Aries. And magnetism. There's a gravitational pull to each other. Yeah, so it's almost like that cord between you two already exists, whether you know this person or not. And beautiful. We see that this is potentially a healing connection. So your romance will transform your life. All right, anything else we need to know or be aware of here? Anything else we need to know or be aware of here? This year, okay, so it's happening in 2026. We're only in February, so a little bit of a vague message. It's time to let it go. So there might be something that you're letting go of that really helps move this person that much closer to you. And next month. So I am doing this reading in the middle of February. So, it could be as early as March that this person is coming into your life, or as early as next week. All right, my lovely Aries, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you love and light. Take care.